Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. And today I have a video planned for y'all. So I don't even know how to spell it. It's either Minora or Midora. It is a supposed talking clock. Now, I want to go ahead and comment on a few things before I plug it in, and I'm going to let you listen to it with the better audio quality sound. I really don't need to be projecting my voice as loud as I do, but it's natural because, whatever. So, well, I'm going to describe it to you, and then we're going to get started. So, when you get it out of the box, it feels like a small TV. You know the Amazon Fire TVs? It feels like one of them. It feels like a screen. And it's got a power adapter, like you're charging a Windows laptop. Except it's small, and it's almost like, plugging in a humidifier. So, we're going to go ahead and we're going to plug this in, and I'll let you hear exactly what it says. Now, I've tried getting sighted assistance with this, and there's no time zone thing. There is a USB port. I don't know what that's for. Then there's some other kind of long port type thing. I really don't know. Then there's like a little button on the back. There is it's like arrow buttons protruding from it. Then there's a label, but there's no battery compartment. And then there's the remote that's got a few buttons on it. But the only thing that talks to you is when you set the time. So since I have a little bit of vision left in one eye, so it just powered on. I'm going to lean it up against the wall. That's another thing that these lazy people didn't do right. So to me, it looks like a TV propped up, but it's a small TV without a TV stand. So it feels like a TV screen. The remote is small. It does not take anything other than a watch battery. I don't even know what kind it takes. We're going to go ahead. I'm going to stand a few inches, try to point it the best way I can. We're going to hear exactly what time it says it thinks it is. It's not working.
The time is 5:39 p.m. on Wednesday evening.
That's crap, alright? First of all, there's no need to have this. I will figure out what to do with this clock. So we're going to go ahead and unplug it. It's irrelevant. So it came with a 20-watt adapter. I hope I didn't unplug the wrong thing. I did not. My HomePod Mini is plugged in. We will do something with this, and you're supposed to have like alarms set and stuff like that, and we'll stuff this in somewhere so that clock will actually fit anywhere you want to put it. It is not accessible as far as setting it up. It supposedly will automatically adjust for daylight savings time, and versus the clock, there's no way to set the time zone on it without it talking to you. On my watch,
the time is
it says 7:39 p.m. Now, quite honestly, I don't know. I honestly think that they just need to improve it. You know, not everybody that has dementia and stuff like that can actually see, because that might affect your eyesight. And for people who just need to know what time it is and is willing to set the time zone to their current location, it needs to speak audibly. And because the people who are hating could go through that very thing and be like, you know, my honest opinion, you know, not to be rough around the edges, but that to me is karma. You know, because some people who talk trash about, oh, well, this don't really need to be accessible, and, you know, fuck these people, and, you know, I was somewhere where somebody literally said, fuck blind people, and my first response was I laughed at him. I was like, that's cool. And you know, he had nothing to say, but, you know, just saying, man, like, you just don't know, like. So that's why I literally look at it like, hey, you know, I don't judge what people have going on. You know, what works for you works for you. If you're sighted and you can see, that's great. If you have a hard time walking, you know, that's why they make things that are accessible. But you don't need something that's like half accessible. Oh, hell no. No. You need something that will actually work for you, do what it needs to do. And I bought this off of Amazon for $26. But, well, you know, it said it had voice talking function, and at first I was like, wait, no, this doesn't, no, this has to be a joke. And I got it. I said, yeah, it is a joke, you know. It's Mickey Mouse. So, you know, that'll end up in a future video, but I know exactly what I'm going to do with this product. But I hope you guys have a great day, and this is a review, my thoughts and opinions on the Mitoart. In fact, I'm just going to say my thoughts and opinions on a clock that's 20% accessible. So, and another thing that I'd like to mention is, for the people who are blind, this clock is not for you. Just because it talks don't mean the settings talk. I've tried asking Amazon, I think their little chat assistant, which was not very helpful, and I don't want anyone to run into that problem. I hope people see this video and go, okay, so is this clock accessible? Is it not? I think I will put the comment or the description, you know, probably put the name of the clock and shorten it up a little bit. I might just put the name of it, so that way I can go back in there, look at it, somebody else can go in there, because I don't know exactly what it's called. But believe me, I could easily do that, or we'll figure something out. But I hope that's enough information for you guys, because quite honestly, there wasn't really much to discuss anyway about it. But hey, a video's a video, and you guys need as much out of it as you could possibly get. It does speak in an not email voice. It speaks in a female voice. It's pleasant. It tells you the time for an example, what it said was 5:38 p.m. on Wednesday evening. So what it will say is, I don't know what it will say after midnight, but I woke up where it thought it was like after 4 o'clock in the morning. Apparently it was on mountain time because it was after 6 a.m. here. It would say like 4:28 a.m. on Friday pre-dawn. And then it would say Friday dawn, and then Friday morning, Friday afternoon, Friday evening, Friday night. And it would always think, you know, I think after 7 p.m. is technically night. I honestly think after sunset's nighttime, you know. But that's the way the clock was programmed. But whoever made this clock, y'all need to do better. You know, y'all need to take consider of other people, not just yourselves, and actually, you know, make it to where it can talk and you can see it. You can have the best of both worlds. And some people may be like, well, I mean, why does this thing talk to me when I can see? Well, I mean, I look at it this way. If Amazon makes Echo devices accessible and Siri does it, you know, Apple does it with Siri, and Google does it with their home minis, Nests and stuff like that, then why not, you know, develop something for the best of both worlds? I mean, what happened if for any chance, because this is a thing, you're fully sighted 1 minute, and the next minute you lose your sight, you wake up, you're blind as a bat, you're like, what the fuck? What time is it? Oh my God, I don't know what time it is. That's why. That is why. And other people are judging when the same thing could happen to them. And it's discerning, it's disheartening. It's just no need for it, because why make fun of people when, well, things could happen to you that happened to that other person, you know? You know? And that's why I always say, like, you should try to help people, not just overly help them. Like, let me do this for you, and like grab the person's hand and like you. I'm not even going to go into it because that's not exactly what this YouTube video was about, because that'll open a whole can of worms. And you know, I'm not going to sit there and make a video on how sighted guide actually works, because that is not something that I make a video on, because I can, trust me, open a can of worms and ruffle some feathers. And I don't do that. So I hope everyone's having a great day. Y'all stay safe, take care, and I'll see you in the next video.